Good morning, dear students. This is Dr. Masoodan Reddy. This session for second BTech first sem EE students. Subject is Basic Electrical Circuits, Unit 5, Network Topology. In this video, we will discuss about introduction part of network topology, types of graphs, tree and co-tree. First, we'll go through this definition. Network topology is a graphical representation of electrical circuits. So what is the meaning of graphical representation of a electrical circuits? First of all, what is the electrical circuit? Electrical circuit contains passive and active elements or interconnected. Circuit is interconnection of all active and passive elements is called as a circuit. While you have the circuit, you want to convert the total circuit into a graph is called as a graph theory. From that graph theory, we can determine voltage, magnitude of voltage, nodal voltage, branch voltage, or branch currents, or node currents, or everything we can able to calculate with the help of this graph theory after converting electrical circuit into a graph. But network graph is also called as a network topology is also called as a graph theory. So I'll go through this graph theory. A graph of any network can be drawn by placing all the nodes, which are points of intersection of two or more branches. We remember here, we should know about what is the branch, what is the node. Branch is an individual element, is called as a branch. For example, resistor, inductor, capacitor, individually place it, those are all the branch. What is the node? Interconnection of more than two elements, mean interconnection of more than two branches is called as a node. So be carefully understood that the difference between branch and node. So the network elements are represented by the line joining nodes, meaning that we want to convert circuit into graph. First we identify how many number of nodes are there, how many branches are there. Then you simply draw a line between replacing the elements by just draw the line. We can able to convert circuit into graph. If, for example, resistor, inductor, and capacitor, any diodes are there, passive elements are there, simply you draw a line. But voltage and current sources are there. How to take it? So when voltage or current sources are there, you be consider their internal resistance. The internal resistance of ideal voltage source is 0. Simply you short by replacing that element while you convert into the graph. Whereas in case of current source is available, the internal resistance of ideal current source is infinity. So you just open that branch, meaning that while you are converting circuit into graph, so you just open that particular branch where the current source, in which branch the current source is available, that respective branch should be open. So now we want to take a steps to convert network or circuit into graph. We consider this is an electrical circuit or network which contain 1, 2, 3, 4 nodes, branches, 1 individual resistor, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. See that 6 branches are there and 4 nodes are there. First you put the nodes, 4 nodes. First you identify number of nodes and branches in the network. All the network elements are represented by a short line. So there is no voltage source, there is no current source, so no problem. All the branches should be shorted. So now the network is converted into graph. See that. How many nodes are there? 1, 2, 3, and 4. And how many branches are there? 6 branches. See that what are those 6 branches. First you see that A branch in between 1 and 3. So there is a branch. Then you will come back in between 1 and 2, capacitor is there. We replace it with a straight line, B branch. In between 2 and 3, capacitor 5 is there. We replace it with C branch, a thick line, a straight line. And in between 1 and 4, there is a resistor is there, R1. So we replace it with that. We connected a one node and fourth node, a straight line. And see that E. In between 2 and 4, R2 resistor is there, but replacing the resistor, we draw a one line, thick line. So this is represented with a branch E. Then in between 3 and 4, another resistor is there, R3. We are drawn a thick line. This branch is represented as a F. See that A, B, C, D, E, F. R6 replaced A branch. C4 replaced B branch. C5 replaced C branch. R1 replaced with D branch. R2 replaced with E branch. R3 replaced with F branch. But all are thick lines. So we identified the number of nodes and we drawn simple lines between nodes and we formed into graph. This complete structure is called as a graph. Now we converted electrical circuit into graph. Next, we'll come back to some definitions of the graph. Oriented graph. So what is the meaning of oriented graph? In graph, if the branches are shown with the directions, then such a type of graph is called as oriented graph. See, oriented graph is graph in which orientations of the branches are known in the given network and the same are transferred on the graph. So the oriented graph is also called as a directed graph. Next, unoriented graph. See that any directions are there in this figure? In this graph, no directions. Mean that no directions are represented on any branch. Such a type of graph is called as unoriented graph. Planar graph. See here this figure. Any two branches are overlapped to each other? No two branches are overlapped to each other. Such a type of graph is called as planar graph. A planar graph is a graph drawn on a two-dimensional plane so that no two branches intersect at a point which is not a node is called as a planar graph. Next, see that non-planar graph. See here, any branches are intersected? Yeah, two branches are intersected to each other and formed as it is not a node but formed as another node. A new node is formed. So such a type of graphs are called as a non-planar graph. A non-planar graph is a graph drawn on a two-dimensional plane such that two or more branches intersect at a point other than node. See here, there is no node but formed as a node on a graph is called as a non-planar graph. Subgraph. See here, this is the main graph and you see here many subgraphs are there. So this is one subgraph, this is one subgraph. Subgraph is a part of graph, but there should not be a closed loop. A subgraph is a subset of branches and nodes of a graph is called as a subgraph. There are two types of subgraphs are there, proper subgraph and improper subgraph. We will see. What is a proper subgraph? So this is a complete graph. From this graph, we identify what is the proper subgraph. Proper subgraph means the subgraph is a part of graph which contain less than number of nodes and number of branches in actual graph is called as proper subgraph. See that the subgraph contains branches and nodes less in number than those on the graph, then such a subgraph is called as proper subgraph. Next, you'll go to this improper subgraph. See here, which contains all the number of nodes, sometimes which contain all the branches also. So, which contain all the number of nodes. See here, A, B, C, D, E, all the nodes. So such a type of graphs are called as improper subgraph. So improper subgraph is a subgraph which contains all the nodes and sometimes all the branches of a graph. Then such a type of subgraph is called as improper subgraph. Path. A path is a improper subgraph. A path is an improper subgraph, no doubt about it. So at the terminating node, only one branch is incident. At the remaining nodes, two branches are incident. Also, we call as the path is exists between any pair of nodes, then graph is called connected graph. Otherwise, it is called as a disconnected graph. See here. So this is the path, how it will go as a path, but it is a connected graph. See here, this is a disconnected graph. See, this portion of the graph, this portion of the graph are together be connected. But here, see that this is a disconnected graph. Tree. What is a tree? See here, this is a graph. From the graph, we can identify trees. Tree is a part of graph. Tree is a part of graph, no doubt about it. But in this tree, we should follow some properties also. Every tree should contain all the number of nodes, all number of nodes, and no one of branch, no closed loop is available in that particular portion of the graph is called as a tree. Is called as a tree. So we should see how formed is the tree. First, you follow all number of nodes should contain that tree, but no one of no one path should not be a closed path. See here, or another, it is a connected subgraph of a connected graph containing all the nodes of the graph, not forming any loop. Thus, tree is a set of branches with all nodes not forming any loop or closed path. So the branches of tree are called as a twig. So how many branches are there from this graph? 1, 2, 3. Three branches are twigs. So twig 1, twig 2, twig 3. So these are called as a branches of tree are called as a twig. Next, properties of tree. Tree contains all nodes on the graph. While you draw the tree from your graph, we should follow these properties. Second property, tree does not contain any closed path. In a tree, there exists only one path between any pair of nodes. In a tree, minimum n nodes are terminal nodes are 2. Every connected graph has at least one tree. The rank of the tree is same as the rank of graph, that is n minus 1. N is number of nodes, so therefore n minus 1. Tree contain n1 minus 1 branches if n are the nodes of tree. See here whether it is follow or not. What is the tree branch contain should number of nodes and the tree n minus 1. See here how many nodes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. N minus 1 branches should contain. Here how many branches are there? 3. So we remember every tree should be contained 3 branches only. The tree can be contained anywhere. For example, you draw here second fourth branch, 2 is not available, then it is a tree. So like this will go as. We'll go, for example, sometimes see here, for example, 3, 4. So here, this is also one tree. For example, you'll see here, how many branches are there? Anywhere 3 branches only. See here. So these are the trees. So this is also tree. So many trees we can draw. So this is also tree. So many trees we can draw. So many trees we can draw, but we should follow the properties. So here you will go through this. So this is about tree. Next properties of tree already we see. Next core tree. Set of branches forming a complement of tree is called as core tree. So what is the meaning of this? What are the branches are not, this is the, what are the branches are not connected in tree, those branches are called as core tree. See here, a set of branches forming a complement of tree is called as core tree. So what are the branches are not connected in tree? Fifth branch, fourth branch, sixth branch. These branches are called as a core tree. These are represented with a dotted line. Trees are represented with a thick line. See that. So this is about the core tree. So the number of branches of a core tree equals to b minus n minus 1, where b is number of branches, n is number of nodes. So here you'll see that how many branches are there? 6 branches. How many nodes are there? 3. 3 minus 1, 2. 6 minus 2, 4. See here, the number of branches of a core tree, or see here, 6 minus 3, sorry. Actually, number of nodes are 4. 4 minus 1, 3. 6 minus 3, 3. 3 branches are there. See here, 4, 5, 6. 6 branches. So here also we can draw these, what are branches, how to. See here. So this is about the branch core tree. This is the core tree. Core tree branches. These are the core tree branches. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. So these are the core tree branches. See here, what are the core tree branches? So here, this is about the core tree branches. Thank you. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe. All the best. God bless you.